Being playful always has been understood as irresponsibility. Yes? Do you know, right from your childhood and probably to your children also you're doing this, if they're just playful, you think it's irresponsible. The most responsible way to live is that you're playful with life. It's absolutely irresponsible to carry a long face and walk around on this planet. Yes or no? Isn't it absolutely irresponsible to walk around with misery? Yes. That's the most irresponsible thing you can do. So being playful is not irresponsibility. Being playful is being very responsible and responsive to life. Only when you're playful, you can do that. When you're serious, the world doesn't exist for you, you and your nonsense. Yes? When you're serious, it's just about you and your nonsense. The world and other life does not exist for you. Only when you are playful, you can pay attention to everything. You can truly respond to everything in the world, only if you're playful. Otherwise you cannot. Just the burden of it will kill you. So playfulness is not a philosophy that you have to develop. I'm going to be playful, I'm going to be playful. No. Science is telling you the whole existence is just a dance of energy. It looks like the forces that create this existence are always playful. Always in this culture, creation has been described as God's play. When they said God's play, many thinking people thought, oh, that fool is playing with my life, that's why all this misery. The forces of creation are constantly at play. If they stop playing, you're finished. Yes? All the basic forces within the body itself, they must be playing with full vigor. Only then everything is nice. If they stop playing or if they refuse to play, you're done, you're over. So playfulness not just in your attitude. This is not your attitude, this is the attitude of the Creator. This is the attitude of the creation. If you are in tune with the creation and the Creator, being playful is very natural. Only when you're not in tune with that, somewhere you got totally enslaved by the process of your mind, your thought, your opinions, your ideologies, your rights and wrongs, your moralities, then only you lost your playfulness. If you're in line with life, if you're in line with creation or Creator, you would naturally be playful. You have started ignoring the larger creation and become too attached to your petty creation which is happening here. That is why all playfulness is gone. If you're in line with the larger creation, there is no other way to be, you will be playful. Only if one is playful, such a person can truly grapple with the problems in the world without being affected by it and do his best about it. If he doesn't know how to be playful, those problems will just eat him up. The problems that exist in the world are not simple. If you try to grapple with them without the necessary playfulness in you, don't ever think you're going to solve the problem. You will just get gobbled up by the problem. That's all that'll happen. It has eaten up any number of people, isn't it so? Any number of people with good intentions, has it not swallowed? Has it not swallowed the problems of the world? Any number of people with very good intentions have just been licked up by the existing situations. You can only handle them if you're truly playful, otherwise everything will be trouble. If you maintain just a few hours of playfulness in a day about what you're doing, you will see even your physical body will start functioning so much better. Your sleep quota will come down. And meditation becomes a natural process for one who is playful. Because the moment you are playful, you are not entangled with the things that you're doing. Once you're not entangled with it, you're not accumulating karma, you're doing yoga. The process of living is not entangling, the process of living has become liberating. For a beginner who is not yet accomplished, the activity is necessary. And if you don't make the activity playful, activity is killing, always, no matter what is the type of activity.
So, the first and foremost thing is you must make yourself non-serious, which is not possible. So the only way you can make yourself non-serious is to be ridiculous, you know. Can you do that? Can you get up and do a jig right now? Do it. You see, you're getting little non-serious now. So, just loosen up your life a little bit, laugh a little more, involve yourself with people around you, do things that you think is not so important. Don't do things which are very important. Do simple things. It's very important you do simple things. Very important things you're doing in your life, you will become dead serious. You know, Bertrand Russell, an Englishman, Bertrand Russell said, if you're beginning to think that what you're doing is very important, you need to take a holiday. So holiday does not mean coming to India. Holiday is every day, in those 24 hours you must take a holiday from your seriousness. From your seriousness has come essentially because of your self-importance. You hold yourself as an important person. But what is the most important thing right now? You're alive right now, isn't it so? Because you're alive, your family has become important, your money has become important, your country has become important, so many other things have become important only because you're alive right now. And this is the most important thing, that you're alive right now is the most important thing in your life right now. So, suppose tomorrow morning you wake up. You know, every day nearly 250,000 people die on the planet, natural death. 250,000 people die, but you did not. Tomorrow morning you woke up, check, am I alive? If you're alive, will you give yourself one big smile? If you're alive, if you're not, I'll excuse you. Will you give yourself one big smile if you're alive? And if 250,000 people died, at least 2 to 3 million people lost somebody who's dear to them. So you check those 3-4 people who are very important in your life, all of them are alive today. One more big smile, then you check time, it's 11:30. You're still alive. Don't think this is a joke. What is ticking off here is not the clock, it's your life. It is not the clock ticking away. It is your life ticking away. If you come to the idea of mortality once in a way, it'll make you depressed, it will make you fearful. If you live with it every moment, it will make you absolutely exuberant and alive, because it is just this one thing, that this is not forever, this is just for a brief period of time. And the more joyful you are, briefer it becomes. If you're ecstatic, it'll just vanish in no time. Yes? So if you want to stretch it, you need to make yourself truly miserable. Otherwise, it'll be just gone in no time. If you come to terms with this, if you live this way, that every moment you appreciate one thing and only one thing, because the most important thing in your life is you're alive right now. To be alive, fully alive, 100% alive is the most important thing, because Only if something is 100% alive, can you make it yield something beautiful. We don't know what great things you will do or not. We don't know whether you will climb Mount Everest or not. We don't know whether you will run faster than Mr. Bolt or not. We don't know whether you will become the richest man or woman in this world or not. But this one thing you must do to yourself, this one thing you deserve, this one thing is 100% in your hands, that you can live here as a joyful human being. This much is possible for every one of us. Our ability to fix the world around us, subject to various realities. Some things work, some things don't work, because this involves too many forces. Sometimes it falls into place, sometimes it doesn't. But in our lives, will we do everything that we can do or not is determined by this, that only if you're joyful by your own nature, that is, you have no fear of suffering. Only when you have no fear of suffering will you dare to walk your life full stride. Everything that you can do, you will do. In our lives, if we do not do what we cannot do, this is not an issue. But if we do not do what we can do, we are a disastrous life. It's my wish and my blessing that you should not become such a disaster. Everything that you can do must happen in this life. If that has to happen, the fundamental ambience that is needed is that you are a joyful human being by your own nature.